I wanted to talk briefly about Joe Biden, Tara Reade, and the way Democrats and their left-wing media mates conveniently forget about #MeToo and believe all women when it's one of their own standing in the dock. Now remember, it wasn't so long ago that Brett Kavanaugh was facing all sorts of absurd charges against him, and yet the media bayed for his blood, cheering on the idea that, quote, women must be believed no matter what. Now, though, it's Joe Biden that stands accused, and the response is, well, a bit more like this. Okay, that's not exactly true. There have been some mentions of Joe Biden and the increasingly credible accusations brought by former staffer Tara Reade that the then senator assaulted her in his Capitol Hill office in the early 1990s. Why, just have a look at this article in Politico.com, published yesterday, which purports to do a deep dive investigation into the real Tara Reade and paint a picture of Reade's life in the years leading up to her making her allegations, in which she spoke often of her connection to Biden, but also, said the article, of troubles in her personal life and a need for money. You get that? According to the left, Tara Reade can't really be a victim of Joe Biden's predatory handsiness. She was poor. It's very much reminiscent of the early 1990s when Democrat strategist James Carville was running cover for Bill Clinton's peccadillos and famously said of one of the eventual president's accusers, drag a $100 bill through a trailer park and you never know what you'll find. And it's not just Politico. When it comes to their Me Too values, the entire left has sold out faster than a load of toilet paper during lockdown. Here's the Washington Post's Jennifer Rubin tweeting about Kavanaugh accuser Christine Blasey Ford. I'll recollect Ford's trembling voice acknowledging that she might be annihilated for her effort to spare the country from a grievously unfit justice. She got that right. And here's Jennifer Rubin on Tara Reade, again reminding us that poor people are just asking for it. Reade ingratiated herself, explained she was down on her luck and needed help, and eventually took advantage of goodwill to extract money, skip rent, or walk out on bills. Here's New York Magazine's Jonathan Chait on Tara Reade. Yeah, I don't think Tara Reade's charges should be treated as presumptively credible anymore. And yet here is the same man, Jonathan Chait, on Kavanaugh, confirming Kavanaugh will affirm the belief promoted by Trump and embraced by his base that Christine Blasey Ford is a liar. And let's not forget what Joe Biden himself once said on the subject of believe all women. Quote, for a woman to come forward in the glaring lights of focus nationally, you've got to start off with the presumption that at least the essence of what she is talking about is real, whether or not she forgets facts, whether or not it's been made worse or better over time. But, Joe Biden said, nobody fails to understand that this is like jumping into a cauldron. But of course, Joe Biden was speaking at the time of Anita Hill, who'd leveled similar charges at conservative Supreme Court nominee Clarence Thomas. Naturally, she had to be believed. But if you're a woman who's had financial problems and has got a story to tell about a prominent Democrat about abuse at their hands, well,